Welcome to another conversation with the Brothers of Two Complex. We appreciate y'all for clicking on this video, but before we get into the content, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of these bangers that we drop every single week. We appreciate the support. God bless.
Hey, U.S. women's basketball and Caitlin Clark. So after the U.S. women's basketball team shot 4 from 20 from behind the three-point line in their first Olympic game, Caitlin Clark began to trend on Twitter, which is now known as X, as fans expressed how Clark could help the women's team in that area of the game. Do you think the U.S. women's basketball team is regretting not having Caitlin Clark on the team?
I think it's more so. I don't think they regret it because I don't think they're going to lose regardless. They're going to go in this mug and get. I think this will be their 6th, if I'm not mistaken, their 6th straight gold medal. When or if and when they win, I think it will be 8th straight.
8. I think this will be 9. It would be 9 straight. I'll look it up while you do your thing.
Yeah. So this would be their 9th straight gold medal. I don't think they're necessarily worried about losing without Caitlin Clark. I just believe that they're regretting not putting her on the team because they know for a fact she could be a helpful resource to this team, especially in the 3-point shooting, because there's not many players on that team that are successful 3-point shooters throughout their career. So I think that they realized that they made a mistake, not even really in the aspect of the game.
Bro, hold on. I'm sorry. This would, if they win gold this year, this would be the 10th straight time they won gold. They won in 84, 88, 96, 2000, 2004, 2000. Well, I guess what happened. Okay, so I take that back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would be 8 if they won.
This would be 8.
So 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. What happened in 92?
Wait, they lost in 92?
It just said, they won bronze in 92. Go ahead, my bad.
But are you good? This would be the 8th, right? This would be the 8th straight time that they won it. But I think it's more so that they're starting to realize that it's the same conversation we've been having, at least in my eyes. It's the same conversation we've been having for the past, 6-7 months now. When it comes to Caitlin Clark and how she can change the landscape of how these women get paid and the odds that she's bringing to the team. The fact that she's not on this Olympic team on a global stage, they want the WNBA to be a global sport. They want people around the globe to watch the WNBA. And the most popular basketball player right now in the NBA is not on that global stage to be able to give y'all a lot more eyes on y'all's game. Is stupid. And I think they're realizing that is stupid. And the people around the people who are watching women's basketball, the women's national team know that it's stupid. And it's been trending for a while now that they want to get paid more. And not that they want to get paid the same as the men, but they want to get the same percentage of revenue shared and yada, 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 whenever they don't bring in revenue. It's been reported that they might lose $50 million this year. $50 million that they might lose.
The WNBA.
Yes. It's been reported they might lose $50 million this year. So if y'all are losing $50 million, which means -50 with 6 zeros, how y'all gonna get a good percentage of revenue? And y'all not putting y'all's most popular players as bringing eyes to y'all game, which would push revenue towards the positive. If y'all got more eyes on y'all's game and the revenue is going to go up, y'all not putting her nor Caitlin Clark on this national team. But you had 2 people in the past that have played on the national team without playing a minute on the WNBA court. Breonna Stewart and Candace Parker. They both did it. Why Caitlin Angel couldn't do it? And y'all know that they're going to bring eyes to the game, especially on a global stage. So if they want to make more money over time, because it's going to be, of course, this is something that they're going to have to fix over time. Like it's not nothing that's going to come like right now just because Caitlin and Angel are in the WNBA and they are trending all the time and their games get crazy views all the time. But they haven't even been the most viewed team in this Olympics. There's been other teams that have been more viewed than the WNBA. Why? Because Caitlin is not on this team.
The U.S. basketball
team. Yeah. U.S. women's basketball. They have not even been nowhere close to the most viewed women's basketball in this Olympics this year. Not even close. I think their highest viewed game, I think, was like 32,000 people. Maybe, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
3 million.
I'm talking about in attendance.
Oh, in attendance. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's what the issue was, but I have to go back and look. But yeah, man, I mean, I think they're starting to understand the importance of having their more popular people in their game because it's going to bring more eyes and bring more revenue. And Caitlyn is just showing them that. Caitlyn is literally just showing them that. Now, as far as to the game with them shooting 4 for 20, of course Caitlyn could have, but that's honestly not the point. They don't need Caitlyn shooting to win basketball games in the Olympics. They don't need Caitlyn for real. But it's more so for the marketing standpoint of y'all want this money, get the money by putting the people on the court that they want people want to see. Like, stop being stupid. Like, it's just so much self-sabotage, bro, to me. Like, they literally are self-sabotaging their lead to the growth that they want to have just because they don't like her. Like, and that's what it seems like, at least to me, just because they're not doing it because they don't like her, which is dumb. It's dumb. Like, you don't see the NBA doing this bullshit. Some of the players might say something, but some of the players might say something, and because I know they did it, probably about to bring up LeBron and probably a couple of other players, but the players might say that we don't need this person, but the NBA is going to put that motherfucker on center stage and make that money because they know how important that person is to the game. But the WNBA don't seem to have that same thought process when it comes to revenue, when it comes to marketing. Am I wrong? You can rebuttal. Go ahead.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Caitlyn is fresh in the league, so she's the most notable player in the WNBA right now. I'm trying to think of a comparable of who she is in the WNBA, in the NBA as she is in the WNBA. That's young, just in the league. That's a bona fide star or
Victor
most
Wembanyama.
notable. But he plays for France. He plays for France, though. So I mean, I'm talking about if you talking about NBA to WNBA. The NBA, regardless of what the media says, regardless of what the players might say. Oh, well, okay. American player. Because, I mean, Victor, Because, Victor Wembanyama is comparable to her 100%. He came in with a lot of notoriety. He came in with a big expectation. And he, played well this year. Caitlyn finally has found her stride, and she's playing like we knew she could play. But she's not in the Olympics playing for her home team. Victor Wembanyama is. So I'm just thinking of an American player, maybe in the last 3 years, that we see in Caitlyn's shoes, and I can't think of one.
I can't think of one either. I see where you're going, though. I think. Go ahead.
The point I'm trying to make is there are quite a few individuals that may not be as noteworthy NBA wise as Caitlyn is to the league, but there are quite a few individuals that were like, maybe he should have been on the team. Everybody says Kyrie should have been on the team. When Kawhi left, everybody said Jaylen Brown was a perfect replacement. And, so, I mean, there are people that in the NBA get left off and they don't need them. But
Agreed.
I understand the point that you're trying to make is from a marketing standpoint, the WNBA, if they're trying to be a global game just like the NBA, which I don't know the percentage of foreigners in the WNBA right now, but I think it probably is a widely maybe not though, because I think women basketball players get paid more playing overseas. Honestly,
they do.
I could be wrong about that.
They definitely do 100%.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Sticking with your point, I don't know why the WNBA wouldn't put her on the team, at least from a marketing standpoint, to try to grow the game of the WNBA globally, especially them being constantly in debt. So I think from that standpoint, and Dawn Staley has come out and said if they were to do it again, they probably would put her on the team or at least have her in much higher consideration to be on the team. But if we're talking about strictly wins and losses, they don't need her on the team. They're gonna blow teams out regardless. And ultimately, that's what it's all about. It's about winning gold medals. And if she's going to be on the team, if players don't feel comfortable with her being on the team, if they don't like her for whatever reason, that's going to mess with the chemistry, and they don't get the gold medal because of that, then, you know, having her on the team just to grow the game is, I mean, it's a moot point at that point in time, because they didn't accomplish what they set out to accomplish because of the animosity of having a specific player on the team. Now, so I think at the beginning,
I'm about to say, so you mean to tell me that, I'm not saying this is what you think, but Caitlin Clark on that team is not going to mess up the continuity. It's not going to get them. It's not going to have them losing games. They still going to blow teams out, regardless. Caitlin ain't necessarily even got to play a bunch of minutes. She can be fucking Jason Tatum for all I give a fuck. But if she going to get on the court, she going to draw eyes to that game. If Jason Tatum was that was, we're gonna get into that in a minute too. But she can have a DNP or play 17 minutes like Jason Tatum just did this last game against South Sudan. But you can play her. She's not gonna mess up anything. If anything, she's gonna bring a little bit more value to the game. She's not gonna. I don't see any situation where Women's Team USA goes into Paris and doesn't have the best odds of winning the gold medal and come out with their 8th straight.
What I'm saying is, and I want to preference that I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. I thought she should have been on the U.S. Olympic team. I think she is one of the better players in the WNBA, even though she struggled at beginning of the year. I still said, and Angel was doing well and is continuing to do well. I still thought she was, if not the rookie of the year, she was co-rookie of the year with Angel Reese. What I'm saying is basketball or sports in general, team sports specifically, are more than just the X's and O's. It's a lot about the relationships. And if players on the team, for whatever reason, it seemed like there was a lot of animosity from the league towards Caitlin Clark early in the year. Like, a lot of people didn't want to deal with her. They were jealous of her success. They were jealous of the amount of attention she was getting. If she was placed on that team and it messes up the chemistry, we know that the WNBA players playing in the Olympics have blowed out the competition the last few years. But if you put her on that team and she messes up the chemistry, or like a lot of players don't want to be dealing with her while over there in Paris playing in the Olympics,
that's a personal problem.
It is, but if they end up losing, but what exactly? So that's what I'm saying. It's a moot point. If they go over there, she's on the team, everybody's in different headspace other than winning, and they lose, they don't get gold medal, then it defeats the purpose of her being a part of the Olympics, whether it's going to game or not. But that's also ass
backwards, though, D-Lo. That's also ass backwards, because you talk for the past 27 years that you want more money, but the person who's bringing y'all more views and more revenue is not on the team. So that's ass backwards. So what do you want? What do you really want? Do you want chemistry or do you want bread? What do you want? You can't have both. Well, you can actually have both, because put your pride to the side, put your emotions to the side, and play with the girl. Like, build chemistry. You see what I'm saying? Like, build chemistry with the girl.
We're talking about hypotheticals.
Fucking hater.
I shouldn't say we're talking about hypotheticals.
D-Lo, they know hypothetical in sports. It's sports. It's a team sport. Stop being a bitch. I shouldn't say hypothetical. Play basketball.
We're talking about what could have been, or what should have been, or what could happen. Like, that's what I'm saying. We don't know for sure what would happen, but I'm saying, for whatever reason, at the beginning of the year, it seemed like most players in the WNBA, the high profile players, or those that consider themselves to be high profile players, had issues with Caitlin Clark and all the attention she was getting. So you put her on the team, again, this is what could happen. We don't know for sure if that would have been the case. You put her on the team, a team that has blowed out competition. As we just said, they've won the last 7 gold medals in the Olympic Games and probably will win 8 this year, 8 in a row. You put her on the team, and then it's a bunch of animosity and players are in a different headspace. You know how that gets when you have somebody on the team that nobody really likes, but they getting all the attention, or whatever the case may be. It just throws off stuff. It messes with the chemistry. And I understand what you're saying. It's a personal problem. They have a personal problem. They're trying to grow the game and grow their pockets as well. And having Caitlin Clark on the team would help them to achieve that. But with all that being said, of what happened early in the year and how they felt, I think that they didn't put her on the team for that specific reason. Now, should she have been on the team? I am in agreement with you. Absolutely, 100%. She should have been on the team. No reason why she should not have been. But for whatever reason, she wasn't. And I feel like it was because they feel like the chemistry would have been messed up, or she just wasn't ready. I don't know. But if she was on the team and they didn't win gold, somebody would have said, "Oh, well, it was because you know how media works. You know how all these backstories come out in the end. When something don't go to some way, fingers get to pointing, and that would have been the main reason. If they didn't accomplish the goal of winning the gold medal, they would say, well, we had somebody on the team that nobody really wanted the team, but she was forced down. You know how it go, man."
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I mean, and that's all valid points. But I would hope and pray that these grown ass women can put their feelings and their pride to the side, and especially playing for your country, trying to win your 8th straight gold medal, not wanting to lose. I hope that these grown ass women can put their pride and feelings to the side and build chemistry with this young lady and go out there and play basketball, bro. Like we have been in situations where we've been on teams with people we didn't like. At least I did. You know what I'm saying? Like guys who I didn't, not necessarily that I didn't like, but I didn't get along with fully. But when it's game time, we got to play ball, bro. Like GG's, good shit, good shot, good rebound, good layup, whatever, to build the chemistry. Regardless of what we got going on the side, if I don't fuck with you because of the attention that you get, my personal problems, my personal problems to the side, I'm putting that shit to the side for the love of the game, bro. Fuck all that.
You got to catch yourself. You got to catch yourself.
Don't be catching shit, nigga. Don't be catching shit. But nah, like you got to put that shit to the side, bro. Like just go out there and play ball, build chemistry with the girl. Forget how you feel, bro. So, that's emotional as hell. But we talking about women here, so they are emotional. So I mean,
and then we already know, and honestly, it's probably not even any type of animosity towards Caitlyn from those women, from those respective women. It's just the media's trying to play into what all's going on, the physical nature of how people have been playing her since she's been in the league, and so on and so forth. So there's probably no animosity, but because of that's what is being perceived from to us, or that's being fed to us, is what the perception is. And now she's not on the team. It's like, oh, well, maybe she would have messed, so I'm just, and again, I don't think that is the case, but if we're trying to figure out why she's not on the team, that could have been one of the reasons. All I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I just wish that they would stop self-sabotaging, for lack of a better word. I know I've said it a bunch of times in this segment, but that's exactly what it feels like to me that they're doing. And we've had all this talk for the past. Well, it's been really rampant over the past couple of years, but how does talk about wanting more money and more percentage of revenue and wanting to get paid what the men get paid and yada, 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 comparing contracts and with gender pay gap and all this other bullshit that's coming up because of the WNBA. But you have the perfect opportunity to work towards that. You don't take it. So that's
Do you think they, so we're talking about Caitlyn and this whole segment, bringing the other individual. Do you think they regret or wish they? I mean, again, it should not matter. They're gonna win no matter what. But if we're talking specifically of growing the game, do you think they wish they would have had at least Angel out there as well?
I think both of them could have built. Yeah, I think that they regret. I know the conversation is about Caitlyn most of the time because she's the most popular player right now. But they could have benefited from Angel being on the team. They could have benefited from well, she's hurt now. But what's the other girl? She tore her ACL.
Oh, Burke. I know you're talking about tall girl.
Paige Buekers. Yeah, Paige Buekers.
No, Buekers is still in college.
Oh, she's still in college. What's the other? What's her
you're
name?
talking about a tall chick from Stanford. I forgot her name.
Yeah. But she tore her ACL this year. They could have benefited from her being in. All of these women who came in this year that have had a lot of notoriety, a lot of popularity, a lot of eyes on them. They could have benefited from all of them. I mean, I know Caitlyn is just the most popular one because she's looked at as one of the best basketball players in the world right now. But Angel could have definitely Cameron Brink. There you go. Yeah, her. They could have benefited from all of them. So yeah, I think they could have benefited from Angel too. I think both of them should be. I think at least Angel and Caitlyn should have been on this team, at least. But it is what it is, man. And I don't think they'll make this mistake again. I mean, they won't have a reason to at this point.